Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I built this new playlist to tackle the exact maths questions my students bring to me most often in class. Whether you're aiming to improve your grades faster or just want to strengthen your problem solving, this series is designed to give you the maximum value. I've personally curated a set of exercises to go along with these videos. If you want a copy to practice on your own, just comment down below and I'll send it to you. For this video, I have broken it down to 5 phases. Phase 0 shows the absolute basic about changing the subject. And then phase 1 to 4 gets progressively harder, testing different understandings. I've also included some notes in the worksheet with work examples that will hopefully help you with your understanding. Now, let's dive right into the exercises. Looking at the first set of notes that I have over here, when you bring addition from one side of the equation to the other side, for example, left-hand side to the right-hand side, it will become a subtraction. For example, when bringing plus a from the left to the right, it will become minus a. When you bring a subtraction, it will become an addition. When you bring a multiplication, for example, like this, ax is actually given that it is a times x. Then when I want to make x the subject, bringing a to the left-hand side, I would have y divided by a. Division will become a multiplication. Y over a is also read as y divided by a. And therefore, bringing the a over, I will make it so that it is a times x. Square bringing over to the other side will become square root. Square root bringing over the other side will become square. And one last one, which is rather important, which I always see students struggle with, is when you have fractional subjects. So for example, if I want to make x the subject here, and I have y, it becomes x and y will have to swap positions. But what's the reasoning behind it? It's because the next step after this is that I will bring x from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. Then I would have x times y equals to a. From here, x times y, I can just make y to the right-hand side, which is a division. Therefore, it is a divided by y. Of course, like I said earlier, the shortcut would just be swapping positions, right? So here are a set of rules that you could actually go through as well. Going through it very quickly. The golden rule of rearranging formulas: clear fractions first. If there is a fraction, multiply both sides by the denominator. Then clear roots and powers. Eliminate the square roots or any roots that you see. For the third one, collect target terms. Basically combining like terms. And then lastly, factorizing. If your subject appears more than once, you would have to factorize the equation. So going through our phase 0 exercises, over here you will see that I've actually highlighted all the questions that I want to make the subject. In the first one here, make x the subject. This is x plus 8. So I just have to throw the 8 from the right-hand side of the equation to the left-hand side. And therefore, I would have gotten y minus 8 is equals to x. This is x as the subject, basically isolating x to be all alone. Then the next one here, make m the subject. Over here now, I would have to minus 12 on the right-hand side, throw to the left. It will become k plus 12 is equals to m. Third question, make r the subject. Once again, 2 pi r. This is actually written as 2 times pi times r. So if I want to bring everything else over to the left-hand side, I just have to divide it. C divided by 2 pi is equals to r. The fourth one here, make p the subject. This is p divided by 4. So bringing 4 from the left to the right, it is p equals to q times 4, 4q. Okay? Question 5, make s the subject. This is s squared. Square, bring over to the left-hand side will become square root. Square root, bring over to the left-hand side would have become square. And if I have negative subjects, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to swap positions with both of them. What do I mean by that? I'm going to now bring 2 of them over, swapping sides together. The t bring over will become 15 minus t. The minus n bring over will become positive n plus n on the left-hand side. And therefore, this is the subject. Then this one here is the last one that we talked about earlier. In order to make x the subject, I would have swapped both of these positions here. So it is just x equals to 7 over y. If you notice, when I'm making the subject, I will not always bother to make the subject on the left-hand side, because once I have the subject final answer here, all I have to do is just rewrite it as s equals to square root of a for my final answer, or even u equals to v squared. All right, next part here, you also have a set of example questions that I've given you. Now, at this part, I would like to talk about how we're going to unpeel an equation and go the reverse order of bit mass. Okay, so in normal equations, you will always follow brackets first, then indices, then division, then multiplication, then addition, then subtraction, in that order. If we are changing the subject for more complicated questions, we are actually going the reverse order of this. Okay? And the second way to think about it is that we have to unpeel something like an onion ring. Okay? We have to unpeel them like onion rings and get to the innermost layer. So looking at the first example that we have here, make g the subject of the formula t equals to 2 pi square root of lg. What you're going to need to do is, we want to make g the subject, but g is actually trapped within, 2 pi, then square root of l over g. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to throw everything else that is unrelated to g to the other side first. First thing being the 2 pi times this value. Bringing it over, I will get t over 2 pi equals to the square root of this. Now, the next thing is we're going to unpeel this square root layer. Unpeeling this square root layer, I would actually get the square on the left-hand side is equals to L over G. And lastly, at this step here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to swap positions because I can't have G at the denominator. Swapping positions now, I would have gotten G is equals to L over T over 2 pi squared. But I can't really leave my final answer as L over a fraction. So I need to remember my initial basics, which is L divided by the square of 2 pi t over 2 pi, which basically means L times the square of the inverted value, 2 pi over t squared. Then finally, you will get this answer here. 4 pi is because 2 square, pi square, t square times L. 4 pi square, L over t square. I have another example question here, which we will actually go through step by step as well in the exercises at the bottom. Now, let's go into phase 1, the basics first. In phase 1, we only have one single subject. To make x the subject here, what we need to do is, like I mentioned earlier, initially, if it is 3x plus 7, imagine 3x plus 7 as a number. 3 times 2 plus 7. My working would be 3 times 2 first, so I get 6 plus 7, which is multiply first, and then only addition. In changing the subject, what you're going to need to do now is I'm going to do the reverse order of it. Initially, this was first, and then this came after. Now, to make x the subject, I need to do the addition first. So bringing the addition to the left-hand side is y minus 7 equals to 3x. And then do the multiplication part, which is now division, y minus 7 over 3. This would have been my subject. This would have been my answer here. X equals to y minus 7 over 3. Then I could just write it here. Okay, in the next example, Q is equal to 5 minus 2 PS. So again, let's imagine if it was a number, 2 times 3 times 4, right? If this was the number, I would have to first multiply first and then subtract. Now, we're going to do the reverse order of that, which will then be 5, bring over to the left-hand side first. I would have Q minus 5 equals to negative 2 PS. What I can do now is, to make P the subject, is actually negative 2S times P, right? So bringing the 2S to the left-hand side, I would have gotten Q minus 5 over negative 2P is equals to S. And sometimes when the students see this answer, they might get a different one. Why? Because they did not leave their denominator as a negative. This answer could have also been written as 5 minus Q over 2P. You can try substituting values into the unknowns and you will get the exact same value. Okay, so you can either leave your answer like this or like this. Both of them are correct. Next example, making A the subject. Again, bring the U over first because that's the addition part. V minus U is equals to AT. And then bring the division part over. V minus U over T is equals to A. Two more examples for phase one. In this case here, everything is a multiplication. So I can bring everything over as a division. But before I do that, I would not do it like this because this is what I said by dividing everything, right? Instead, I would choose to deal with the fraction first. 1 divided by 2, bring the divided by 2 to the left-hand side is actually 2 times A is equals to BH, right? Then H is just 2A over B. Last example, this is an easy one. It's just all addition and C is the subject. I can just disregard that they are multiplications and bring everything over as a subtraction.